Tiles and hatches are similar in that they are both fills that display interior line work. The difference is that hatches, those are made up of repeating lines, whereas tiles are made up of a combination of shapes and/or lines. They can be more complex than hatches. First, let's select the patio again and change the fill to a tile. Then select the tile selector. Let's select a paver that's similar to the hatch that we used before. To edit the colors, we'll locate it in the Resource Manager, right-click and edit. We have two choices, either geometry or settings. To edit the color of the shapes and the lines, select geometry. The background color can be changed in settings. Let's look at geometry settings first. This tile is made up of one rectangle. The surrounding lighter rectangles show the repeating pattern that make up the tile. To change the color of the rectangle, select and make any edits using the Attributes palette. Whenever you see a light orange border around the drawing area, that means that you're in edit mode. Click on the upper right-hand corner to exit and return to the drawing area. Next, if we want to edit the background color, go back to the Resource Manager, right-click, edit, this time selecting the Settings option. Here in the lower right-hand corner, we can choose a background color. This is a pretty simple tile. Let's go back and look at a more complex one. Let's edit the geometry. This one you can see is made up of a group of shapes, and they've used various tones to add complexity. The shapes can be moved around too. It's a little bit like a puzzle. If you move one of the shapes from the primary group, it will also move the surrounding duplicates. It can take some time to sort of finesse the shapes so that they repeat or tile correctly. Let's go ahead and exit out of this. I should mention the attribute mapping tool works on tiles as well. Just remember we want to represent the actual scale of the material being depicted. There's also a settings dialog box where we can control the local mapping. In summary, there are two good options for adding interior line weight to 2D objects: hatches, which are the simpler of the two, and tiles, which we've seen here, which can be more complex.